Welcome to Boudoir 101, Posing Theory. We're going to start this off with something I like to call push-pull. And basically all it is you're photographing an image and you really want to get more different styled shots. All you have to do is push into your subject or pull out from your subject. So you take a full-length photo and maybe you crop at maybe the thighs up, and then maybe you zoom in and get like a really close-up detail shot of the chest or the shoulder or the face. And then another one is you zoom back out, you walk backwards, and you get a full shot of the entirety of, the atmosphere, and as well as, the model again. The next thing I'd like to talk about is called small movements. Essentially what this is you want your subject to do small movements and you want to make small movements. So basically, as you are posing them, chin up, right? Look to your left, lashes down, small movements. Put your hand, tuck your ear, tuck your hair, right? That's a small movement. If you do a bunch of different shots in between all those small movements, you'll get a lot of different things to work with and comfortability. Additionally, you can change your own angle. Small movements, get from behind the shoulder, off to the side, so on and so forth. Okay, the next thing I like to talk about is leading lines. Okay, leading lines is just directing your attention to something very specific. So if you'd like to bring attention to the eyes, you may want to just photograph, with the hair coming down or putting it up. The eyes, you could kind of play with the hair, chin up, that bring your attention to the face. You kind of bring the hand kind of through the chest, that bring your attention there. Kind of pulling off the shoulder, that would bring your attention to the shoulder, kind of the collarbone area and forward. Basically, you want to create a line. So I like to talk to you about focus switching. Focus switching is essentially changing focus from different things. We want to focus on the eyes, the mouth, chest, full body, so on and so forth. And so basically, just as you are photographing your subject, go ahead and switch between different focus points throughout the entire session to kind of really get a really good amount of different images. Next, let's talk about moving with intention. So this one's kind of hard for some people sometimes, I think, but I think when we think about like putting our hands somewhere or using our hands for movement or everything, people just kind of lay them there. So they'll be like, put your hands in your hair, and they'll either go like just here or like here, going underneath like they're washing their hair. And basically we want it to look intentional in a specific way. So if you're like, doing something like that, like touching the chest, we don't want like this, we want like intention with the hands, pulling the shirt, not like this, but like pulling the shirt, and so on and so forth. So moving with intention, so making everything look more intentional. Okay, and lastly, I want to talk to you about the core rules. Rules, as in, they're just really a suggestion, but I think they'll help you out with posing in like greatly. So what are they? What are the rules? Rule number 1, chest out. A lot of us sit with a posture of a slumped posture like this. Chest out improves our posture. You're pulling your chest towards the camera, improving your posture. Your back is going to be straight and aligned, and I think it's really important. Rule number 2, the hip tilt. Essentially what it is a pop, but more of a tilt. So we want to take the essentially pelvis and like rotate it for a tilt, for a lift. All right, next thing I want to talk to you about is mouth breather. I don't know why I titled it that, but essentially what it is if you are posing someone and their mouth just looks kind of boring, like that's not going to be helpful for your images. And so what I like to do is I say, hey, just think about this for a moment. You're exhaling through your lips with just enough space for air to get out. You're not breathing out of your nose. And we're not going to do this the whole time. You're just going to hold this as far as like posture for your images. So exhale through the mouth, lips are parted, pursed, and it makes the photos look 10 times better. Next we have point. So basically it's like point your toes. So your feet, instead of being like this, are pointed. It's gonna just, elongate everything and just look a little bit better. This very last one, I say it like, 50 times throughout a shoot, maybe more. Chin up. Constantly telling people to put their chin up. Your chin up a little bit, and then I'll have you part your lips. You're gonna breathe through your mouth instead of your nose. Chin up slightly, and then chest out for posture. You're gonna sit up straight. Chin up slightly again, and then eyes right here. Because our natural reaction is to kind of put our chin down. I'm not really sure why, but we kind of come down here or here, but I want to do like a chin up. I don't know what it is about it, but it must like create some like softness to the neck or something, but makes your images look great. Creates like intention. We're not going all the way up here. It's just more chin up right here. Maybe it creates a little distance here too. I don't know, kind of like this one, where if you have your hand up here on this hip versus down here, it creates like a gapping, but nothing that looks too wild. So yeah, so I hope all those tips, tricks, and hints were helpful for you for posing. I hope you can implement this in your next session, and I'd love to see you in the Facebook group. We have a Facebook group, and I'll link it below. And basically what it is just a group of like-minded photographers. We're Michigan based, but we're expanding right now, and so just jump in the group, tell us where you're from, post some photos that you love that you've taken, and then if you've done anything from like this video or any of the videos I've posted and it's helped you out a lot, I'd love to see what you've done and what video you saw that would help you implement that and made you a better photographer. All right, well, that's it. Just follow, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. This was Boudoir 101.